It feels unbelievable, obviously. That was just a crazy race. Crazy week, crazy year. But this one feels the best, just the way we sailed all year. And just before the race, I just said, everyone here I'm just so proud of. And no matter what happens, we win together and we lose together. But I'm really proud of everyone there. And fortunately for us, things went our way and we're able to win the final as well. It's bad that this is going through my mind so close to the finish and when we're in that position, but I was thinking, I can't believe you're going to lose it from here, and I can't believe I'm going to choke like this in front of all these people, everyone watching around the world. That actually went through my head. We had such a comfortable lead, and then I decided that I wanted to sort of shut the race down a bit and do extra manoeuvres to make sure they don't get different wind, and in the end, they didn't really get different wind, but they were tacking in better positions, and they were able to foil out of the tacks a bit better than we were. We were tacking in less wind, and they just kept gaining, and fortunately we did the tack just enough room in the last move, and were able to hold on to the finish. Yeah, it's unbelievable just to sort of, it kind of feels like you're thanking everyone for all the support over all the years. They're there even when we're not winning. They're there when we have terrible events and the chips are down, and they're always still there supporting us. So it just feels like we give back, but then also just, I guess, the patriotism. Australia at the top step. We say for a long time that we believe, I've said this 100 times, I believe that Australia's got the best sailors in the world, and it's nice to be able to back that up with some evidence. So yeah, it's a really satisfying feeling, mainly a patriotic feeling.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy after watching for a couple of years. I can't believe I'm here, and I'm just so stoked to be around everyone.
Getting a bit soft out of this. Angle, hard. All right, hands over your head. What gained at the bottom? Pretty even, right? Okay, good. Pressure here. Rolling down, first slinger, slightly left.
Yeah, well, as a team, we're obviously gutted to walk away with the second, but I think we can be incredibly proud of the performance we put together. We got a really good start, got so close to getting over the top, and then got pretty unlucky on the shifts up the first speed. It was about the first time that right-hand side at the bottom hadn't worked, but everyone dug deep, keep fighting, and we got ourselves right back in there at the end. So gutted to not be able to be that half a metre or whatever it was further forward to get that overlap on the inside of the end, but you got to hand it to the Aussies. They've been sailing well all weekend. Yeah, we definitely battled hard all week, right in the middle of the pack. Felt like we were kind of slightly overcompensating to the far side of where we'd gone wrong. Each race from the previous one, but it was just so close. Absolutely gutted that we couldn't get the job done, but I think it gives us a lot of motivation that how much we've progressed from last year.
Yeah, it was super close. I think with the start it changes quite a lot with the three boats, and they just had the overlap on us, which was hard. But managed to push it, but wasn't quite enough, and then the gauge downwind just kind of spread out a bit.
Like a thin low then, Bliss. Can't copy. 12. Same inside. Happy to go on about 3. I'm happy any time, mate. 2, 1, put down. Heading. Feels good. Yeah. Angle. High. Holding up. Starting to turn now. Bottom there, so it feels like they brought that up, didn't they? Don't like it. Lighter out the back.
Yeah, it wasn't quite clicking for us today like it was yesterday. Final 2 fleet races as well. We just couldn't quite get through, struggled a little bit. And that final champion race, wasn't our finest race. So frustrated with that, but the team's come a long way this season, and certainly hats off to Australia to get a three-peat. That's an amazing achievement, so huge congrats to Tommy and his Australian team. Good on them. No, it's one of the dangers when you tack in late that you can get hooked. Unfortunately, the timing, whether or not that was by design was just as I was crossing the boat, so for getting the helm to react to that was a bit harder than normal, so they did a nice job on that. And then it looked like there were some opportunities to get back into the race, but we had a big crash down, and finally with my rounding, which kind of finished our race. So not our greatest race, so disappointing when it counts to not turn it up, which is what we plan to do and try and execute. But that's sport. I mean, it shows just how narrow the margins are between success and failure. But again, hats off to Australia for getting it right when it counts.
Yeah, it was a tough one. You know, we just made a couple of mistakes, and you know, when the level's that high, you're going to get punished. And yeah, unfortunately for us, we couldn't quite pull back through, and yeah, it was frustrating.
Left by 40 metres, I think it's all pressure based. Yep. Wait, that's 10. Yeah, we're not far off. Okay, stand by. Yep.
We're going to Mark 1.
Copy.
Yeah, to be honest, I think we ticked pretty much all our goals this season, and it's a great place to be as a new squad. And yeah, we're happy. We've still got some little improvements to make to sort of be competitive all the time and create a bit more consistency. But we did a lot of learning this year, and that is huge. You know, the more you learn, the better you're going to get.
Left turn, Georgia bottom. Copy, last manoeuvres. Come in, I have boys. Come in now. Go in, buddy. Yeah. An issue? Don't think so. No. Take height here. 55 is target. At 1 jack.
Yeah, look, I mean, what an awesome racetrack. I mean, today it was about as good as it gets, I think, for our sport. So, yeah, to have so many fans down here, clearly, you know, we need to get our act together. I mean, we were running a new combination at this event, and I think we took some really big gains, and it was nice to sort of somewhat pull it together in the last race. But we definitely, you know, our goal now is to really try and have a good, consistent season in season 4 and try and start the season off with a good result at a home event.
2, 1, coming down.
Please, we'll be on your bow after the fairway.
Okay. 2, 1, coming down.
Please, we'll be on your bow after the fairway.
Okay. Then when you can.